What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now, it's been a couple weeks since Matt Mormon from Obsessed Garage was up here and we installed the custom pressure washing solution. I wanted to kind of just take some time, give you my reviews, my thoughts of it so far. They're very good. Show you washing the car, show you it kind of in action. I know there was a lot of requests for that. Matt and I kind of ran out of time to do that. If you haven't seen the install videos of it, I will have a card up here. I'll also have the links in the description below so you guys can see the part 1, part 2 of the install. So I already have it out here, but kind of in the middle of washing the car. But let me show you where we're at. So real quick explanation, this is Matt Mormon's kind of setup he designed. So we have a Krensla 1322 pressure washer. We have a pressure switch on it here. So as soon as you let go of that gun, it stops running. We have a Cox hose reel, 100-foot, super pliable, super malleable hose running down to it. And then we have Prevost piping. So this piping setup allows for the deionized water easily to be run. So basically, if I want to run deionized water, which I am right now, is I'll keep my main valve closed here. Water will come out from the wall up here, into here, through here, around, and bypass up. If I don't want deionized water, I just shut both those valves off, turn this guy on. Now, you could have put a check valve, a 3-way kind of in here, but because I'm using the Prevost equipment, I didn't really want to change that and add some stainless steel stuff. In here we have a wand holder and a wand for the gun. Have the gun out, but all this is quick disconnected together, so you can really just pop all this stuff off, everything except the piping, if you really wanted to pull this down and take it with you. But what I do here is I just basically pull the hose out and wash the car. So I did the wheels already. The wheels are actually drying. I'm not too concerned with them right now because I use deionized water. But so far, so good, super happy. So let me get the tripod set up here and we'll go through and I'll just kind of walk you through, talk you through kind of pressure washing it. Just gonna quickly interrupt here and say that today's video is sponsored by Vikings War of Clans. Vikings War of Clans was inspired by the famous strategy and RPG games in the 90s that we all loved and played. What makes Vikings World so addictive is that more than 20 million online players are constantly changing the way the game evolves with never-ending fights over resources, forging new alliances, as well as competing in live events. Support my channel by downloading Vikings for free from my links in the description below. And as a bonus, you'll get 200 gold coins and a protective shield. Vikings is also holding a contest this month in which you can win 4 drones, 3 DJI Sparks, and 1 DJI Phantom. The contest will be held on October 5th, and the winner will be announced on Vikings' Instagram page using a randomizer. Thanks again to Vikings War of Clans for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back to it. Using a foam cannon here, MTM PF22. I have it filled up to 250 ml on here, and then I usually fill it up with water to right about the top bubble here. You don't need to fill it up the whole way. It's just kind of my preference. You use a lot of soap when doing this, but again, just kind of my preference. So I'll fill this up. If you're gonna run this pressure washer, I also recommend that you get a dedicated 20 amp circuit with the foam cannon on here. It's gonna definitely pull over 15 amps. So it's just kind of recommended. I have it run dedicated circuit, 20 amp, no issues so far. I've probably used this thing 15 times. So super happy with it. But again, that's highly, highly recommended if you guys are looking to do this. Also using a Rag Company kind of microfiber madness-esque mitt. I like the Rag Company one. It's the mitt. I just have the mitt folded in. The Incredipad from Microfiber Madness is a little big. And then I have a separate brush here to kind of run around the trim. So we'll rinse the car down with non-deionized water, regular water, wash it 2-bucket method, go around the trim as well, and then rinse it off with deionized. Remember guys, I already did the wheels too, so if you want to see a video on how to do your wheels, check the description below. I have a card in the top right-hand corner as well for you guys to see that. I did a whole separate video on that, the tools, the cleaning, everything like that. I always like to rinse the car down first. Some people go right to the foam. Just kind of personal preference. My car is coated with Seacort's Finest, so it is pretty easy to clean most of the time. Oh, this pressure washer is so nice, so quiet compared to most things. Again, the nice thing about this is, you guys probably can't see it from back here, but the 4.0 nozzle on here will just kind of pop him off, like so. I'll set him aside. Foam cannon right in here. Make sure your quick disconnects are on. The fun part you guys want to see. Take the extra out of here and just dump it in my wash bucket. While that's foaming down, I take my little brush here and I kind of just go through all the cracks, the crevices around the trim area. So I kind of take my brush here, brush around all the trim in here. Brushing the taillights here, they're kind of a tough spot to get. The emblems. This car's never really filthy either, so it's pretty easy to clean, especially because it's coated. But I mean, I feel like I don't have to preach to you guys on how to wash a car. I'm just kind of giving you guys a quick pressure washer update here. Kind of doing this a little Matt Mormon style, kind of talk and wash, but you know, start from the top down. I usually do top, windshield, side mirrors. But again, some people like to rinse the foam off, especially on this car. I don't find the need to do so. Again, because it's coated, it's not that dirty. I rarely find the need that it's so dirty that I have to do like a pre-rinse. And to me, you just kind of wasting product. Now, if it's something that has a ton of mud or it's just soaking wet with dirt and crap, I mean, maybe you want to pre-soak it and then kind of rinse it off and then re-foam again if you really want to, but you know, that's kind of up to you. It's not going to hurt anything. It's just, like I said, going to waste some product. I use Adam's car shampoo. It's tough to beat for the price. The biggest thing for me about the pressure washer setup, I mean, you don't have to have it with this pressure washer setup specifically, but the deionized water, I mean, if you've never had deionized water and never have used it, it's amazing, especially if you're washing in kind of the sunlight or anything like that. Like tonight when I did the wheels here, I just kind of used deionized water and just let them sit. I didn't worry about drying them off because I was going to get the car and the wheels all wet anyways washing it. So it's really nice. Now again, you don't have to have Mormon set up to do that. You can buy just a CR Spotless and, you know, have it kind of set up ready to go whenever you want. But I don't know, for me it's just kind of nice to have it all contained in one unit. Time for deionized. Turn the main off, push her through deionized. So for all you guys that are like, oh, you're sharing pipe, it's gonna be not deionized water. Well, you just run it for a couple seconds. That'll run the regular water out and then rinse off. Don't overthink it. I don't know why everybody gets all upset about it and bent out of shape. A lot of people like to use the wand. I don't know. The wand's cool and all, but it's just easier for me to do it with the shorty gun instead of the wand attachment. Personal preference, I guess. And that's all she wrote, folks. So for our drying aid, we're gonna use ammo hydrate today and a damp towel. I normally use my own kind of mixture of stuff, but sometimes I like to just throw hydrate in there because this stuff is it's so easy to use. I mean, it's safe for coated vehicles. It's an amazing coating topper. And you know, the other stuff that I kind of have made, it's a Car Pro concoction. It's not a pain in the butt to use. It definitely streaks a little bit. I do have an electric leaf blower that I'll sometimes use. Unfortunately, the battery is not charged, so we are going to do this the old school way. You don't have to use a vacuum or anything like a leaf blower. It's definitely recommended. I use it, if you've watched my wheel video, I use it for the wheels all the time, just because it's a lifesaver for getting a lot of things out, like the lug nuts, the rotors, the calipers. It's really nice. But we'll go ahead and do this one, assuming you guys don't have a leaf blower or anything like that. If you've never used the damp towel kind of drying method, which is what I call it, definitely give it a shot. It makes drying a car a heck of a lot easier, plus it's a lot safer, gives you a little extra lubrication. Just better for the paint, in my opinion. I hate drying cars, so it makes this way more enjoyable. The only downside is your towel fills up really quickly because there's a lot of water on here. You can use a towel dryer like a Geon Silk towel dryer. I have them at the shop. Use them all the time. Just on this car, I prefer to kind of just do it this way, even if it takes me a while. But however you guys like your car, not mine. Just giving you guys insights on my tips, tricks, and mindset of how I do some things. When you're drying, when you see the water start to kind of push around, it's probably about time to wring this thing out. I mean, I did half the roof, half the rear glass, and part of that rear quarter there, and I mean, you'll see just a ton of water coming out. Again, if you kind of dry it, blow it off beforehand, you won't really have this issue. You'll be able to go probably a couple panels without having to wring it out. 98% sure it takes me longer to do this part drying than it does to wash the car, but I'm okay with it. I used to hate drying cars, but this is a little more satisfying, gratifying to me. So far, super happy with the setup. You know, I can wash in the garage here if I really wanted to. Now, there's a billion people like, oh, you're gonna get the walls wet, blah, blah, blah. This is mold resistant bathroom drywall with mold resistant paint on here. I'm also not washing the car like right up against the wall. So, I mean, I'll pull it out like this and wash the car if I really need to, but if in the wintertime or anything like that, I mean, my garage floor is on a slight grade anyways, and I have a floor squeegee. So it's doable in here. I mean, you'll get some mist on here, but I'll have a fan that comes out here just to blow that around and get the air moving in here once everything's done. It's no issue. Well, what about 5 years, blah, blah, blah. Well, a friend of mine does this all the time. He's been doing it for, I think, 3 years, washing in his garage, no issues. I think the biggest thing that people tend to forget is a pressure washer isn't this solid stream of water shooting out. It's a mist, right? Most of your pressure is a foot and a half away from the nozzle. So right about there, everything after that kind of dissipates fairly quickly. So the other thing too is I'm not sitting here going at the wall. So I don't understand, you know, some people I guess just are a little more careless or not paying attention or just kind of move too fast. You can wash in your garage. You know, I pull this car out, pull it in the middle, I have plenty of space. No problem. So that addresses that. Again, if you guys have any questions, let me know, but I've had no issues with it and quite enjoy it actually. Plenty of lighting in here. So here we are, end of the wash. This hose rail is awesome. Nice and stout, super simple to wrap up. Just kind of push everything to the side, loosen it, wrap it up, tighten it down, make sure all the water's off, and turn the pressure washer off, and we're good to go. So just a little bit of an update for you, not a super technical video, but if you guys are new to washing cars and wanted to see kind of my process there on the McLaren, well, there you have it. Pretty simple to foam down the car and wash, you know, start from the top down. Tons of different ways to dry the car. Like I mentioned, you can use a leaf blower if you want to. You can use a damp towel drying method like I used. You can use a combo of a Geon Silk dryer to get most of the water off, and then follow with ammo hydrate or some sort of detail spray for a non-coated car. You know, do what's best for you guys. Work with what you got. You don't have to have this $3,000 pressure washer setup. If you guys are looking to spend some money and do want this setup, give Matt Mormon a call, shoot him an email, or go to his website, and you can purchase this whole kit, including the bucket filler. I ran the piping myself, so again, if you guys have watched the previous videos, you'll know I have a direct feed to the pressure washer only, and then a hose bib here for whatever else we need with the bucket fillers and whatnot. So super happy with it. Stay tuned for a little more videos with it. Definitely worth the money if you're looking to spend some money, looking to invest in something quality. This is the setup you want. It's dialed in perfectly. Matt's got it on point, but just wanted to kind of share my thought process, do a little bit more laid back style vlog here. I'm sorry if it bored some of you guys. We'll go on to the next video. If you guys like this type of video, let me know. I'll try to do more. I figured just turn the camera on and kind of talk through some of the things that I'm doing on the car, and again, show you guys this in action. Tighten him down. Anyways, guys, all tucked away, good to go. Thank you for watching. Make sure you click that red subscribe button. We'll see you on the next one.